All right, hello, Internet. I am Handsome Dan, and this is going to be, I believe, part 4 of our survival series of building the lighthouse at Alexandria. Now, in the last video, we got of this middle section here, we got a little bit more than the first floor of that done, and then we lost comms to the server. What I said in that video is that I'd take that up to the top of that section off camera, and that's what I've done. Also did a couple of other things off camera. One of them is this engraving, the HD 2021. One of the sides, I think it was the opposite side, I messed up when I built it, and you probably noticed it if you watched the last video, where I did HD 2020. It's a weird mistake to make, but the top of that building has an HD 2020 on it, and that's probably why I made that mistake. It's weird, but that's probably why I made that mistake. I built that in 2020. Again, not my design, but I did build it in 2020. A couple other things I did. I did get, there's a wizard chasing me. I did get a little bit more green wool. Not a lot, like 2 stacks of it. Really? I got a spider eye? That's what I got? But that let me continue this around a little bit. You can't put scaffolding on carpet, so that one piece of scaffolding I moved just so that we know where it is for later. I also moved the... I said I was going to put pillars down from the octagon part. I did that. I wasn't sure whether I was going to choose granite or polished granite. They're just regular granite. This is something where we're going to do this above, or something like this above in this video. So that's something we need to think about. You might want to pay attention so you can critique whatever we do above. But that's that. I also put some scaffolding up. Same deal. Save that slab. Stick it there for now. Then there's a creeper over there. We'll kill him. Reason I didn't sleep down below is I moved my little build area up here so we don't have to go all the way back down, and we just need to go to these boxes. It will still have... There's another creeper out there. Thought about just pushing him off the edge. If you weren't here in the last video, I did jump off, and because of my feather falling boots, I only took about 5 hearts of damage. Which for, let's see, we're 50 meters up, so 150 meter fall. You know, jumping off a 15-story building and only losing half health is a little ridiculous. Other thing I did off camera, I'll show you above, but behind here is the diorite pillar. And I decided I didn't like to see it from the inside, that it didn't make sense to me to see it from the inside, that pillar. So I just put some sandstone there. And I did leave one level of it. Where's all my sandstone? There we go. I have some other cobble here someplace. There we go. But there's 6 stories of this, which takes it up 24 high. We wanted about 25, but I think this is fine. I didn't do the pillars, hide the pillars on this level. I wanted to save at least one level so you could see what I did. I don't think it looks bad on the outside. Or I don't. Sorry, let me say it different. I don't think it looks bad. Oops. I guess I didn't. I need 3 more. I don't think it looks. Oh wait, I have scaffolding up here. I don't think it looks bad on the inside with the extra block of space or whatever missing. So I'll put that in, those 3 blocks, and then we have to plan out what we're doing here. Didn't mean to do it that way. You got a glimpse of some of the other apps I have up. Steam is up. Settings. My email's not up, but File Explorer is. This is a drawing from 1909, where he, there's some scholarship behind this, but it is 100 years old. This outer thing, I guess we could zoom out. What this is meant to be, and this image comes from Wikipedia, is a comparison in size of the lighthouse between a 1909 study and a 2013 study, pretty recent study. And I decided that the smaller version is the 1909 study. But anyway, here what we did is, because another image that we're going off of has this sort of a rusty copper color, that greenish color. So we used prismarine, as you saw. And this is the same color, but the other image we have, let's see if I can get there quickly without making it look stupid. Okay. Yeah, this is the other image that I was using. And I was thinking, interesting. This image has a little something above the actual floors. And so does that image. This, I believe, is the same guy that did the, because it also says 1909, that did the smaller version of the image I showed you first here. Interesting that he has something up above all these floors. Maybe we should do something there. And so does even this one. This one is computer generated. Well, we should do something on top of this. That one actually doesn't even look like octagonal on top. It looks circular. That looks octagonal. Not sure what to do there, though. Here we could easily do that design. Well, I was just planning on doing the crenellation right on top there, if that's the right word. Maybe I will just do like a layer of sandstone and a layer of upside down sandstone bricks or sandstone stairs. And then, like you saw down below where we used the prismarine walls, is put the prismarine walls on top. Maybe, just to make it look a little fancier, on the corners we'll do a full block and then a prismarine wall. That might look okay. So, let's go back down and get... Oh yeah, we are above the clouds, so I'm walking in the clouds right here. Some people turn off clouds when they're building at that height. I don't bother. I feel like I'm gonna need another thing of stairs. just like how at the top of the whatever the largest part of the tower, the bottom half of the tower, there was some dead space. I think there's going to be some dead space here. So what I'm thinking is, layer of sandstone, and this will sit above the windows below. And then you're not going to see this block because there's going to be stairs on it. And we're going to have to move this scaffolding. I thought we might when I put this scaffolding here in the first place. But I had a slightly different idea for the prismarine up here before I looked at those images. Oh, I didn't even bring prismarine. No, I didn't want prismarine yet. I wanted sandstone. One of the reasons I wasn't sure I wanted to do this, put stairs around the outside, is this part. The diagonal part extends the size of the of this level by quite a bit. I also think, and I'm not going to change it, but I also think it's possible that we made the octagon part too big. I noticed when I was putting the columns through, and the columns are just these white pillars extended all the way down to ground level. But I noticed when I was putting the columns through the floors of the bottom half of the tower, they're fairly close to the outer walls. They're 3 or 4 blocks from the outer walls is all. And I think the reason that we didn't notice that when we were putting it in, or I guess I didn't notice that, is that we were also using this row of prismarine in planning the size of the octagon. Now we do know mobs can spawn at least certain places up here. So I feel like we should go down and sleep. Oh, maybe I do want some sandstone here. Oops. So let's go sleep. That's not a creeper, is it? No, that's just the whatever, the prismarine. So we want some prismarine, which I have some somewhere. There we are. Is 46 or is 54 going to be enough? Let's make 54. But why I was saying we might need to change some of that back to sandstone is that I'm thinking of just making this a smooth wall, or not. Oops. Not just the little, the one apart walls. So if we go, no, we could do that. Never mind, we don't need that. Sorry, I was thinking that we'd have to come in on this, and we don't. But now I'm thinking we don't have enough wall pieces. Have to go make a couple more. I don't know, half a stack. I'm going to double check. As much as I complained in the last video that there's no such thing as prismarine brick walls, no. I tried to do them last time on the, on just the crafting table. No. But and just to see if maybe you could do something on the stone cutter you couldn't do on the crafting table. It's still really weird to me that there's no prismarine brick walls. All right. Now we're going to need to extend these stairs, because this is another dead area. Matter of fact, let's light it up. This is another dead area like we have through the part with the HD 2020 on it. Let's go get some wood. And probably some cobble. Yeah, some cobble also. Don't need that many stairs. Should have used the scaffolding to go up, but oh well, it's only 6 stories. And we are going to I feel like what we did before is we built cobble all through this, and then ended up taking a lot of the cobble back out. I'd rather not do that this time. So, because I think the majority of this is just going to be the floor of the circular part at the top. So how big should that circular part be? Go back to our source material. Here it looks 2/3 the size of the octagon. Here it looks about 2/3 the size of the octagon. Here it looks about, less than 2/3, but more than half the size of the octagon. And in this one, it, again, about 2/3 the size. I wish, for our purposes, certainly when somebody drew this 100 years ago, he wasn't thinking that somebody in the future was going to want to do this in Minecraft. But if the whole thing is 15 meters, now we're not using this exactly. This part was 50 meters, or actually I think it's 51, but call it 50. And then here we did, well, the 6 floors of this is 24, but then we had a couple blocks on top, so about 25. So anyway, we're doing 5 to 6. All that means here is we want about 13 meters between this and this is actually where the light would have been. I think what we do is, this we did 20 wide. Let's try for 12, maybe 14. Or even 6. 16 would be a full 2/3. Yeah, let's do 16. That way this can be a little narrower. All right, so we're going to do 16 across here. Now with this staircase in the way, it's going to be hard to plan that out. I'm going to kill that torch. I'm going to kill all these torches, actually. Because we're going to use torches to plan this out. So that's one side. That's the middle. That's the middle. And how much do we have on the inside of this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Wow, 16 is going to fit in there really tightly. So maybe we don't do 16. Maybe we do 12. Which would mean here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, means we can go there and there, and we have 3 on each side. 3 on each side. So if we have 3 here, 4, 8, 12. So that's 12 by 12. So I'll plan out a circle from that. The 4 middle ones, I think. There is some rhyme or reason to how I'm doing this. And then, well, actually, we are going to want to put torches back there. Just to light up this dead area. And kill these 4. And we want to start here, but with 3, a space of 3. And then start here, but with a space of 3. And then connect it. I don't have more scaffolding, but so here's probably the best place to stand. Doesn't look very circular, so what if we move that torch in? Still doesn't look that circular. Well, okay, so let's put that torch back. What if instead of that torch we do something like that? That's better. All right. I hear this music outside like somebody's listening to a old-timey transistor radio. All right, so that's our circle, which means we can go back to what we were doing and put some planks in. Oops, well, we can fix that. To here. Oh, I'm making a couple mistakes. Am I going to be able to get to all of these mistakes? I can't quite hear what he's listening to, which I guess is the nature of a tinny radio. That's good. I was worried we were going to have to block the stairs. I don't think it's going to be stairs up from here. I think it's going to be ladders. Mistake. Okay, so this will be the interior of that shorter section. You know, I just thought of something. Which means this will all be the exterior of it. But what I thought of is what if this... Instead of being a... Oh, no, we aren't going to really be able to do it on the diagonal parts. Well, we could still do it on the straight parts. Oh, I'm thinking what if we change these out for stairs, just to give it an extra design. Or is that just too much work for nothing? It might be. Some of this is going to have slabs on it, and then, of course, immediately around the wood is going to be sandstone walls. Might have used up all the coal I brought with me for torches. And I wasn't really planning on leaving that whole ring of torches under there, but it's fine. Has to be lit somehow, even though the only thing that will be able to spawn in there are spiders. Have plenty of sticks because I had to do another run of getting oak. Okay. Matter of fact, let's go get those slabs first. Can sleep while we're down here. The zombie around. Oh, right there. Hello, zombie. Bye-bye, zombie. They aren't as resilient as somebody with featherfall boots are. Hello, other zombie. Where are you? There you are. I could put torches on top of the these pillars. Do I have... I'm 80% sure I don't have any more coal. No, I do. I'm going to do that then. Where'd you come from? Who's shooting me? Okay. So I got more crap to put in the box. Torches. Let's put a row of torches. Let's put torches on top of this. I'm not sure it makes sense. This is more of a because we can. Weirdly, when you set a skeleton on fire and it hits you, you don't go on fire. But when you set a zombie on fire and it hits you, you go on fire. Oh no, I lost... I didn't see the creeper. Often that means there's another one. Is there another one? No. But the nice thing about slabs, or a nice thing about slabs, is the explosion routine or explosion algorithm gets a little bit confused when there's a mob standing on a slab, so the explosion usually isn't as harmful. I'd like to think of a way to light this. From a distance, in the dark, it doesn't look like anything. Well, I mean, you can barely see it, really. You can see it a little bit, but not very much. What was I getting? I was getting slabs. There's some. I'm going to put this wood away, even though we're going to need it again, I think. I'm going to put the arrow away and the bone away. And we're going to make some more slabs. That might be too many. I guess that means we should put torches on top of some of this, too. If I turn this into a slab, can I walk up over the fence? Yes, I can. Okay. Kind of wonder where that spider is. I suspect it is on the engraved part, on that HD part. Supposed to go watch the Golden Knights again tonight. They won, as I mentioned in the last video, they won on Monday. Went with my cousin. He ended up spending a bunch of money gambling, which he's not happy about. Happy with himself that he did. If you don't know, in Vegas, a lot of, nearly all bars, really, have video poker machines. Where was that scaffolding? Over here. And more recently, within the last, I don't know, 10 years maybe, the video poker machines often have also have video slots in them. And he did play a little video poker, but spent most of his money on the video slots. I don't find slots interesting. I will play a little video poker if there's a jackpot that gets high enough that it is theoretically positive expectation to play. If the payout for a royal flush gets high enough, then in theory, because of the payout for the royal flush, it can be positive expectation. Doesn't happen that often, but when it does, I'll throw a little bit of money at one of the machines. Okay, so how high did we decide this needs to go? I'm not sure we did decide. So 15 meters. Ours is going to be 12 or 13. So if this total thing is 15 meters, this is a little bit more than a third. Well, we'll say 13. If this is a little bit more than a third of that, maybe 40% of that, which would be maybe 5 blocks, 6 blocks. Let's do 5 blocks. So 5 blocks. We could put a little bit of a design in here with stairs. Not much of one, though. I'm going to leave that one open. So we can walk in and out. Yeah, that's reasonable. Do that. Do that all the way around. I thought about doing it on the diagonal sides, and I can't think of a way to do it that either isn't going to impinge on the interior of this, or leave gaps. Although really, it might not be a terrible thing to have a gap. So that's 2. That's, well, we're not quite done, but this is 3. So this is 4 we're on. Wish I had more scaffolding with me. Barely possible there's some in the chests here. I know there's some at the base. There's like 3 stacks at the base that I made when we were making the Oracle, which If I jump, you can barely see the tippy top of the oracle. Oops. And I don't think we're going to put the stairs for the top layer of this. Okay. So that's part of, you know what? Maybe this should be taller. And the reason I say that is because well, this has a very short third section, which is, you know, equivalent to what that drawing was. But that has a much taller third section. And so does that. It also has some windows, which I'm not sure we really could do windows. No, we could. We could do the triangle design in the outside. All right, on this, I'm just thinking about this. The entirety of this is the same height as this, not counting where the flame would be. And this too, the entirety of this is the same height as this. I think I like those better than this part with the very short squat thing. Or do I? You know, we're already pretty high up. I might like this better. We have somewhere here. Interesting. I don't recall seeing this image. The lighthouse as depicted in a late 14th century Arabic text. This would have been, it was late 14th century. This would have been shortly after the last of the lighthouse was destroyed in an earthquake. So it was essentially built from memory, I guess. This is the image I was after. It's a tomb in, I guess, Abu Sir. I don't know anything about that town. And as you read on the bottom, thought to be modeled after the lighthouse, after the Pharos. And, you know, so square part, circle part, or octagon part, circle part. And the only reason I wanted to look at this was to get an idea of how high this was compared to this. And I don't know, maybe this isn't a good thing to base anything off of because their square part is tiny compared to the parts above. Unless, and I guess it's possible, there's from the picture makes it look like maybe this is a cliff on this side. So maybe it is taller on the bottom. It's actually worth looking at. This is the flag of the state of Alexandria and of the city of Alexandria. It's worth looking at because even though this is obviously very stylized, it gives us the idea that the top section was not short compared to the section below it. All right, that makes me think we should be taller on what we're doing here. So we can take those stairs out and put in like a triangle window. Basically, what we're doing here, I think, we're only gonna do. Let me think. Don't want to do 6 stories again, but maybe 3 or 4 that look like this. All right, which means now I'm looking at these stairs and trying to figure out, we're going to need stairs up. How do we want to do that? Maybe we won't do stairs. Maybe we'll do a ladder. My reasoning is we're going to have to, like, if we continue this, the next level is going to back the stairs up one, the level after that's going to back the stairs up one, and we already have a problem. And if we went from the other direction, like say we started here, I'm not sure we'd have enough headroom coming out of that. And B, we'd have the same problem with, four levels, we back up into the wall. I think that limits us to ladders. I've got plenty of sticks in the boxes. But let's just hop down, take out this design. Let's use the efficiency pick. Oh, I was lagging for a second there. Still got four bars. Oh, because we left that open. We left it open, but not by enough. Oh, I did that wrong. That's what I wanted to kill that. And put that back. No, I don't want that. Okay. Let's go down and sleep and make some ladders. Where's our scaffolding? Well, that's 33. That's not going to be enough, but I have a bunch of sticks from cutting trees down. Might have more than that. Well, I guess I'll put them in my boxes back at the base. I want two. Thinking about where it's going to be. I want two of them, and the part we're doing, I think, is going to be... Well, let's plan on it being 24 high. It won't be quite. Now let's get some regular wood. I guess we can put some of these sticks back. Actually, we're going to need more wood than that, I think. Have plenty of stairs. We're going to put the slabs away. And get more straight sandstone. Guess I could have taken the scaffolding up, but I didn't. Through the clouds. The world I showed you a couple videos ago where I had the original, the old build of the lighthouse. that had the first time I ever made a. I should be counting this. I'm not counting. That had the first time I ever made something high enough to go through the clouds. Oh, I started with a stack. So if I want 24 high, I need 48, which that's what I've done. I've done 48 there. I don't actually think I really want this high. And so the stairs, I built it like an apartment building. And the stairs to the top of the apartment building, I called the Through Cloud Stairs. Pretty clever name, huh? Let's put torches beneath the windows like we've been doing. Ladders look funny in this texture pack. I have a feeling we're going to take some of this now. It's not going to go that high. And put in a floor. If you recall when we were there in the other video, and I think eventually I'm gonna not have, there's gonna be a few days between videos or a week between videos, and I'm gonna say, hey, why don't we use this interlude to do a tour. Actually, I'm not going to be able to do that. I got to do a tour of that of that old world. I've been calling it the 2.0 world because that was the second world that this group played on. And as I said in that other video, we started when we do want that. We started when 1.7 came out, which I believe was 2014, because when 1.7 came out, it broke world generation. It added all the new biomes. Which meant that, say you've generated some chunks of a grassland, but not the whole grassland. And then you reload that world into 1.7. And now you're going to generate the next chunk, and it's not grassland. I was playing, my first world, I think I started in 1.5. And I loaded that world in 1.6. I need more torches. I loaded that world in 1.7. Where's the scaffolding? Here it is. Why did I put the hole on the other side then? And I remember ended up making a huge cliff of mesa on the edge of what had either been a plains or a grassland biome. And that was more or less the point where I stopped playing that world. I was going to see if I have enough for more torches. I do not. I'm going to go get more coal. Anything else I need when I get there? Oh, I'll go down the... I did do that glowstone. Not a glow lantern, just a glowstone with an oak trapdoor on it. I thought about putting the oak stone flush and having the trapdoor stick out, but I'm not sure it matters. Mobs can't spawn on stairs. I don't actually care for how the pillars look on these shorter levels. They look fine on the bottom floor, but as you see, they're actually pretty close to the outer wall, which I'm not fond of. If anything, on the bottom floor, the pillars don't look thick enough. What was it? I was getting more coal. And I used up a bunch of sticks making those ladders, so there's some sticks in my boxes, I believe. There was another villager wandering around out here besides this guy. I think he either found his way back inside, because I saw him walk through here, but then he continued up there. And there's nothing up there for a villager, so I don't know why he did that. Oh, you know what there is? There's a composter in the kelp farm making bone meal. And since the kelp farm is completely full, it's all backed up, all the kelp coming out of it right now is going to bone meal. Last time I talked about I was putting bones into that dyes box. I decided to stop doing that. I made a box specifically for bones. Bone block bones and bone meal. I'm not going to load that up with bone meal because there's bone meal in other places. I was going to grab some scaffolding. And I'm not going to grab those ladders, although I could. And some sticks. Oh, I thought I had some more. Guess not. No, it's easy to make sticks. I feel like there was something else I was going to grab. No, I can't think of it now. So yeah, all the kelp coming out gets cooked and dumped into these dried kelp boxes, and I could be using it, I could be turning it into these dried kelp blocks and putting it into my main smelters, but right now I just have it going into itself, basically. That cobble pillar is where the kelp falls down into this system, and any kelp that can't go into this box, which is completely full, gets shunted over into this tower of hoppers, into the composter, which I was trying to point at, and into here. And I've grabbed a bunch of bone meal to make trees out of. To hit saplings with the bone meal to make trees. This podzol is where I farm trees, plant a bunch, and then take them down. Since I'm using so much oak for this build, oak is one of my least favorite trees to harvest a lot of. Because one out of, I don't know, one out of 20 oak trees, maybe. I don't know the exact number. Is the kind with all of the side branches. And those are a pain to chop down. And yes, I know you can put a block, I forget exactly how many blocks above it, but some number of blocks above it so that those big trees can't spawn. But that doesn't make sense to do to me unless it's in a tree growing machine. And that 2.0 world does have a tree growing machine, but it doesn't work very well. Alright, so... No, that's not what I want. This is what I want. Somebody texted me. Oh, that's my cousin. Supposed to go to... watch the Golden Knights with him. At a different bar. He's mad at himself for gambling. And... or for losing at gambling, I think. And so we're going to go to a different bar that doesn't have the video poker machines at the bar, which almost everybody in Vegas does. How did I do that before? I did that... Yeah. I don't know. Whatever I did before seemed to work really well. He says there's going to be a food truck at the bar. The bar does not have a kitchen, but they are cool about bringing in food. I say bar, it's really a tap room. They make their own beer. Tenaya Creek, if you saw his chat. I don't know if they bottle it and sell it outside of the Vegas area. I do know they bottle it. You can buy bottles there. But I don't know if they sell it outside the Vegas area. My preferred beer of theirs is a brown ale. Bonanza Brown. But they also have a ton of other beers on tap. Not many in bottles. Guess there's no reason they couldn't be on the wall. It's not what I did on the levels above. Am I on level 3 or level 4? I am on level 3, so we want one more floor. I think I want something more than hot dogs, which I assume is what Alpha Dogs is, as far as a food truck. Although a Detroit-style Coney dog does sound good. It's probably not their version of the Coney dog. It's probably not Detroit-style. Detroit-style is chili and mustard and onions. And I'm going to need one more stair. I think what I'm going to do is save the next part, save the actual fire for the next video. I maybe should move the boxes to this level. Actually, I probably should. That gives me an opportunity to think about how I want to do that. The 2.0 world had some sea lanterns, which are intended to represent... no, I didn't want this. Which are intended to represent... one thought is of how they actually lit the real lighthouse. Is with a bronze mirror. Probably located in the base. Or no, a bronze mirror at the top to reflect a fire at the base. That's the way I should have said that. Which at least would have let them avoid having to carry the fuel for the fire up 30 stories. And so the sea lanterns were intended to represent that mirror. Do you think this is enough wood? I guess we're going to find out. Maybe hot dogs is fine. I feel like there should be something else, though. Although it's a food truck, they probably will have a fryer. They'll probably have fries or something. Okay, this level is where the fire is going to be. Which means all this is going to come down, I think. You know what? Maybe we should do the same thing we did a little bit ago with a couple layers of nothing. Yeah, we should. Well, that I can do in this video. I was thinking of saving... of stopping here-ish. You know what? And here, let's do the stairs. Just for a little bit of design. Trying to figure out how to do that. What exactly did I do over here? Yeah, I think another design here. I noticed editing the last video, even though my phone's in the other room, you could hear a couple of Fox News alerts on my phone. I actually don't look at that app very often. I subscribe to the Wall Street Journal, and that's, I think, the best newspaper right now. I think there's only maybe 3 newspapers in the country that are worth reading anymore. At least with that have a national scope. 2 of them are hopelessly left-wing. The Journal isn't exactly right-wing, but it is closer than the other 2, which are the New York Times and Washington Post. All right, so that's our little area of nothing. And how much? All right, let's. One last thing I think I'll do in this video before I close it down and think about the fire. Okay, that sounded weird. Fire, fire, fire! That was my Beavis impression for Beavis and Butthead. It's a reason I don't do it very often. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Let's sleep. Hope I grabbed enough. Maybe I didn't. I'm going to grab more. We also had, if you saw in the video where I showed you the earlier lighthouse that we built, we also had a some netherrack burning. I think we're going to do that again. Or I think we're going to do that and not do the sea lanterns. That is just so the mobs don't spawn. I guess if we fall, this will be a little bit of a pain. It occurs to me suddenly, don't have to use sandstone for this, since I think it's going to get covered up. But we'll plan that out in the next video. In the meantime, we're a little bit high up. It's the Oracle behind the clouds, City Hall. I'm going to leave that up. Let's go all the way down. Last couple of screenshots I've used for the videos have been taken at night, so it makes some sense to take one at day. And we'll do from the same island. That's the scaffolding from when we were doing the site prep. And I guess I sort of intended that we'd keep taking screenshots from there. But now you wouldn't see anything. You know, my sister says the girls are in sports and have to do COVID test weekly. All right, I don't think I want to be holding a block when I take this image. But that's a decent screenshot. And we will stop the video there. The next video, we will be putting in the fire and the Capitol and probably calling it a video. Probably calling the lighthouse done. I'd like to decorate the lower floor. I'd like to finish the carpet off. So maybe we won't. I mean, we won't call it done, I mean. But I'd like to. Until then, have fun, Internet, and we will see you next time.